We have a question from in on the internet. It shouldn't surprise us that our questioner wishes to bring the topic back to Mr. Lincoln. So we'll leave the 20th century and head back to the 19th again. And how did Lincoln's relationship with nature affect his ideas about slavery? I think we barely touched on it before. But what did you find about how he viewed slavery, that institution, and its interaction with nature?
Well, of course, Lincoln is a proponent of natural rights. And one of the most basic of natural rights for any human being is the right to the fruits of one's own labor. And so Lincoln was someone who believed that the slaves were the ones producing the food, and their natural right to that was being violated by slavery. Professor Burlingame tells this really great story about Lincoln. Where do his anti-slavery views come from? Burlingame makes a really powerful argument that Lincoln himself felt that his father treated him like a slave because he took the fruits of Lincoln's labor.
Until he was 21.
Until he was 21, yeah. According to law and convention, custom, Lincoln had to turn over the proceeds of his labor. And so that gave Lincoln a very powerful feeling for what it might be like to have your labor stolen from you. And so if you look at his writings, and it's replete with references to this. People taking the fruits of another's labor. You have a basic right to your body and the things that your labor from your body produces.
We're starting to run out of time, but if you have any more questions, please send us in. If we have any more questions from the audience, throw up your hand, let me know, I can call upon you. There's at least one more topic that you write about, you even mentioned it before, that I want to make sure that we cover before we're done with this hour. Why can't I pay $2.50 for gas? What is nature doing to me? And you write a terrific chapter about the oil crisis of the 70s. What does our interaction with nature and energy and oil say about us?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why we can't pay $2.50 per gallon for gasoline, but one of the most important things to keep in mind is that our energy is part of the natural world. Oil is not uniformly abundant to all people around the planet, as is air or even water, for that matter. It's a relatively finite substance, and it's located in the ground unevenly around the world. And I think this has profound geopolitical consequences. There's a worldwide market for oil. Some places have more of it than others, and so forth. I think it's important to keep in mind that basically we are all in need of energy. That's the fundamental human problem. Where do we get that energy? We get it from food. We get it from the direct solar gain in plants and animals from the sun. We get it from the stored energy of ages past in the fossil fuels and so forth. But I think it's important to keep in mind that whatever the price of the gasoline at the gas pump, in effect, you are part of a universal stream of energy through all things. And that is the root of the problem.
Well, Mark, I'm going to put you to work like your colleagues were put to work earlier, signing a few of these books. If you wish to get Republic of Nature, if you wish to have Mark sign it for you, now is your opportunity. If you send in your order within the next hour or so, we could probably still get a signed copy to send to you. There's so many things, while you're doing that, there's so many things that we haven't talked about, so that I want to make sure that you at home and the folks here know about the various topics that Mark covers in the Republic of Nature. Satan and the Land, which is the story of the Salem witch trials. He talks about the laws of nature and the revolution, American independence, King Cotton. Gets its entire chapter, how the cotton trade affected our history. Of course, nature's noblemen, Abraham Lincoln, the nature of Gettysburg, iron horses, how we built the Transcontinental Railroad. We talk about the atomic bomb. A wonderful chapter on the civil rights movement, the road to Brown versus the Topeka Board of Education. And since I'm from Kansas, Topeka and Brown v. Board of Education It's always been a fascinating topic for me. And you talk about Linda Brown and the world she lived in, the physical world she lived in, and why that was unsatisfactory to America's legal conscience. A brilliant chapter on nature in Brown v. Board of Education. We talk about the oil shock of 1973, 1974. It is the Republic of Nature by Mark Fiege. Again, it's by the University of Washington Press. $34.95 is the price of it. We've come to the end of a good 2-hour virtual book signing. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you all for coming in and participating in virtual book signing. If you want to get notifications of upcoming events, send us your email, sign up, engage us in social media. We are social media geeks, so if you want to like us, please like us on Facebook. If you want to follow us, follow our tweets. We're going to send you lots of great information that way. Going to send you emails, let you know when you can be with us here for virtual book signing. Thank you to Mark Fiege. Thank you for the University of Washington Press. Thank you to everybody who's here and you at home. Thank you to the staff at Abraham Lincoln Bookshop who makes virtual book signing possible. And join us next time on Virtual Book Signing. Thank you.